It's Week 18 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bulldogs and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the London Bulldogs and the San Francisco 49ers. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him. And really...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Briggs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once more, Adams on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 58, boys, 58, 58. Come on. Hey, man. Watch the boot, watch the boot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Dancing to his, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And
down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now a give to Madison. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down now, it's Adams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, this is Adams down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Adams, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Forced out to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Coup now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call. Our player spotlight, and I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have had their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, Clifton flush to his right, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with a 4. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 1st down, Adams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Clifton being chased out left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Madison. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run again with Adams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers continue to roll. Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Mayfield on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right at the 35. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Adams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw on 2nd down, Clifton. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Clifton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got it complete to Perkins. Room here to run. And finally out out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
49 the mic. We ain't giving up nothing to
Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the try here for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Youngway, too, for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. But that's got to be so... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the...
We're going to shut you down.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First down, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, here's Adams. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Clifton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, Clifton steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense